What's up, everybody? Just welcome to the first Primal Life podcast. I'm going to be talking with different people and bringing on different motivational people and fitness people to talk about their stories, like what motivates them and how they got to where they got. But I just want to introduce Gwen. She's part of the Primal team, and she's going to be working with us in the next upcoming months and putting out content to help show you guys fitness-related content and how to get big. But I'll let her tell her story first.
All right. So basically, about 2 years ago, I fell into like a very hard mental state and I just gained a lot of weight and I wasn't feeling good about myself. So I started working out like not daily, just like a few times a week. And I just really enjoyed it. And then I started going every day and getting more strict on like my diet and like what I'm putting in my body. And I just like fell in love with it. And I love working out every day and just trying to be the best person I can be.
Did you do any sports to like kind of start off like that kind of really like got you into like fitness and like self improvement?
Yeah, I've always done sports my whole life, but I realized they were getting a lot harder. Like when I was gaining weight, I do soccer, gymnastics, and I was a swimmer for a while. But I think like when I quit swim, it was definitely a lot harder to get back into the soccer season and the gymnastics season because gymnastics takes so much strength.
Hmm.
And then soccer is like a lot of endurance too, also strength. So like working out on top of that helps so much.
What sports kind of like had the most carryover to like lifting?
Definitely
Hmm.
gymnastics because it's a lot of form and like working on certain muscle groups for certain events. Like bars is a lot of arms, obviously, and like floor is legs mostly and things like that.
Did you see any of like your gymnastic stuff kind of like get harder once you started gaining like muscle weight, or did it all become easier?
It all became easier. Like overall this season, I was definitely way better at tumbling, which is like backflips and stuff. Like that's the best way I can put it for someone who doesn't do gymnastics. But it became so much easier. It felt like I was more springy, I
Yeah.
guess, had more muscle to like flip myself.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, this is coming from a guy who personally can't even do a handstand. So I find gymnastic stuff like super impressive, and it's a really
Thank you.
crazy like high discipline sport, and it's like super prone to injury too. So I'd just be terrified just
It
like
really
fall.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so hard not to hurt yourself.
Did you have a lot of
But
injuries?
working, oh, I had so many. I had a really bad one in my dominant arm, my right arm. I tore three ligaments, my UCL, my radial collateral, and my I don't remember
Oh
the
my
other one.
gosh.
And then I had a bone contusion. So like when your bones in your radius and ulna hit each other and they like crack a little
That's
bit.
crazy.
It was so hard to come back from that injury. But like working out has definitely helped the muscle groups around that injury to like prevent further
Oh,
injury.
that's really awesome. What motivated you to like the most to really like pursue this journey and to like really like seek self improvement?
I honestly am just super hard on myself. I always have been, which is so bad. But honestly, my motivation is like just working towards a goal that I want to see myself in. So like I want to see myself very fit and like an active lifestyle and like I just push myself to be like exactly who I want to be. And also like my family, they're also super hard workers too and that motivates me so much in the
That's
gym.
awesome. What hurdles did you
Yeah.
face and like how did you overcome them?
I definitely faced a lot of like days in the gym where I just felt like weak or like I didn't want to be there anymore. Like the first few weeks I started going every day, like I would be forcing myself to go. Like I wouldn't want to go. And I would feel just stuck, like in the same spot, like no progress. But honestly, to push through those, I would just try a bunch of new things in the gym, like meet new people. And meeting new people helped you push so much harder.
Yeah, for sure. Did any of you like your friends that you had previously before you got into fitness, did they judge you into like wanting to like start lifting?
Oh, I mean, a lot of people judge and they still do. They're always like, why do you work out so much? Like, you're fine just the way you are. And it's like hard to ignore that. But I just need to do what makes me happy. Like, I'm not doing it to like get skinnier, as people may say, or like just like for losing weight. Like, I do it for muscle.
Hmm.
Like, I want to gain muscle, I
Yeah.
want to be stronger.
It's a lot of fun, and people I like what I saw when I just like transformed, it was people like you the way you are and the fact that you're changing and that you're doing things that they aren't, that causes them to
Yeah, they
feel,
don't like
yeah,
it.
that causes them to feel uncomfortable in their own skin and their own body, and they try to make you
Yeah.
feel that way too. But it's props to you for taking that step and to transforming your life.
Thank you. Yeah, it feels so amazing. Like change is a good thing. Like a lot of people see it as negative, and it can be negative in some instances, but change is so good and people need to be comfortable with change.
Yeah, for sure. What are your favorite muscle groups to hit?
Oh, legs, baby. I love hitting legs every day, specifically glutes. I mean, what girl doesn't like hitting
For sure.
glutes? But I just feel so strong on leg day. That's definitely my strongest muscle group, I would say. And I love hitting legs.
What are your favorite exercises to go along with that first question?
Deadlifts for sure, and squats. Those are like the most average ones you can do, but I love those. I also love one-legged squats on like the leg press, like where you turn to the side and it really activates your glute a lot.
Yeah, for sure. How have you
Yeah.
adapted your workouts with the gyms being shut down?
Oh my gosh. The first few days were a little rough because I only had some dumbbells and stuff, but then I remembered we used to have a home gym. So we had all this equipment like laying down in my basement, and I was like, I'm just going to set it all up like in my we have like a family room and a living room, so I just took over the family room and I was like, sorry guys, set up a squat rack, have a bench and some free weights. And honestly, it helps a lot. Like I'm very thankful to have all that because I know a lot of people don't. And yeah, I've just been hitting whatever I can with the equipment that I have.
Yeah, for sure. What in addition like to like with going around fitness, nutrition obviously plays like a huge role in like being able to transform and like drop weight or gain muscle. How does your
Yeah.
nutrition look for you personally?
Oh, well, I use MyFitnessPal. That's a pretty common app a lot of people use, especially in the fitness area. I track my calories, mostly protein, sometimes carbs, but mainly it's just for the calories. And then I also take protein and pre-workout, and I make sure I'm eating like healthy, balanced meals. Like I will cheat here and there, like who doesn't want to cheat?
Yeah.
But I mainly try to stick with like consistent meals and not a lot of snacking, and also drink a lot of water. I drink so much water.
When you do cheat, what are your favorite cheat meals?
Oh, nothing beats soft serve ice cream.
For sure.
That is my favorite. And McDonald's French fries. Oh, so good.
So you prefer
What about you?
so do you,
What's your favorite?
I love Taco Bell. I've only had it like 3 times. Literally, I've only had it like 3 times. Like I never eat fast. I never ate. I can't speak right now. I never ate fast food until recently.
That's good.
And
I guess.
it is good, but like I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go try something. But like I love like the Taco Bell. It's like the steak burrito, and then you have like this like the hard shell taco along with it.
Taco Bell's so good too.
And they have Baja Blast.
So
Mountain Dew's
good.
pretty as unhealthy as Mountain Dew is for you. I love Mountain Dew. It's delicious.
Oh yeah, I used to freaking love soda, like soda all the time. That was like one of the hardest things to cut out for me. But now I drink a lot of like sparkling waters.
Yeah.
I'm craving soda and just like healthier alternatives.
Yeah, water for sure. It kind of does get boring after a while. It just has no texture,
yeah.
and when you like, you have to drink a certain amount of it. Like if you're doing like high level athletic, sports wise or like workouts, you need a certain amount of water. And like after a while, it just gets boring to drink. So like sparkling water,
It gets
helps.
annoying.
Yeah.
Like you're forcing yourself to chug water and you don't want to.
And it's just. It just gets so bland after a while. But yeah, sparkling water is a really good choice. And also cutting like soda out of your diet. It doesn't mean you can't like take it out fully, but like
yeah, you can have it every once in a while or
you
whenever
see
you
so
want.
many people like they have pretty good diets, but they can't lose weight. And then you ask them how much soda are you drinking? It's like, oh, I have like a liter and a half a day. And it's like, oh my gosh, that's like 800 calories.
It's crazy. Yeah, like drinks have so much calories. You wouldn't think of it, but if you turn all your drinks to 0 calories, which isn't too hard to do, like once you get used to it, you have so many more calories in the day that you can eat.
Mhm.
Like my motto is, I'd rather eat my calories than drink them.
For sure. It's just so much more enjoyable. It's like, yeah, like take like drinking soda, it tastes good, but like you just don't feel satisfied from it. But like eating like a full healthy meal that you might have like fries with your salad, but like it still just feels fulfilling compared to
Oh yeah.
drinking a large cup of soda. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's such a huge part of nutrition, like especially like, with sugar. People
Yeah.
people just go overboard. I read an article and it said that the sugar that we like that are in that's in like a lot of the sugar drinks. It's like a mix of like artificial and like regular sugar, but it's over like 1,000 times sweeter than just like regular, like
Oh
natural
yeah.
natural sugars, um, which is just ridiculous. And people like they can't. It becomes an addiction for them. They cut out.
Yeah, it's addicting.
They have a donut for their every day for their for like years on end, and then they try to cut it out, and they have withdrawal symptoms
Oh
because
yeah.
they miss that
It's
sugar.
crazy.
Yeah, it's such a huge part of fitness, and sugar. It's while not unhealthy on its own, the amount of calories in sugar and like how much sugar you see in sweet foods, it's just so intense. Like you can cheat.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous, and every year it just seems to get more and more overboard with like how like watered down with sugar things get. It makes
Hmm.
nutrition really hard for people who just don't know anything about fitness.
I agree. And like it's fine to go have a soda or like cheat whenever you want. Like I don't think you if you want something, like at the end of the day, go have a little bowl of ice cream. Go have a little thing of soda. But like it's good to keep a balance of like 80% your healthy,
Yeah,
normal on track diet and like 20% like something you want to cheat with. So like people catch me sipping on a soda sometimes and they're like, I thought you lived this healthy life. And I'm like, yeah, I do. But like also you gotta cheat. You gotta reward yourself a little bit.
yeah. Also, another thing that
And like
sorry, go ahead.
just like people see it as like, oh, you're like betraying your goal or something if you cheat. But honestly, I think cheating should be more encouraged a
Yeah,
little bit.
you work out really hard so that you can eat unhealthy every now and then without any negative results and without it destroying and like
Yeah.
demotivating you and like throwing off all your
Mhm.
training. But also another thing I see is like there's so much like if you look at the ingredients in like protein bars, almost like the right kind of protein bar, they're like filled with sugar and calories. Like these like protein bars
Yeah.
sometimes have like more calories and sugar in them than like desserts do, and it's ridiculous. It's like
Yeah.
people are like, oh yeah, I'm eating all these protein bars. And it's like, what kind of protein bars are they? Oh, they're this kind. And you look at the
And they're so bad.
yeah,
It's like a candy bar.
and they're literally like almost full meals inside a bar with a ton of sugar. Yes, they have protein, but it's almost like it's so
It's
disproportionate.
almost like a candy
It
bar.
re-
It's like, why would you even
it
eat
really
that?
does become a candy bar. I remember I got
Hmm.
a protein bar from GNC once, and I bit into it, and I was like, oh my gosh, how is this not like this is literally junk food? Like it's junk
Yeah,
food with
it's,
protein.
I don't understand. And like some people think they're doing so healthy because they look at packaging, they don't look at macros. And it's like the packaging can say non-fat or like high in protein, but if you really look at it, something can only have like 7 grams of
Yeah.
protein. And there's like, and they consider it a lot, but that's not too
Yeah,
much.
if you just look at like go to like the bar aisle in like Woodman's or something, and like you find the protein bars labeled protein bars, and they literally have like 4 grams
Yeah.
of protein in them. That's not a protein bar. That's like
Yeah, that's not protein.
it's a
That's
bar
a
with
granola
yeah,
bar.
it's just a granola bar with just natural. It's with not the goal of like having protein in it, and
Yeah.
there's just so many problems wrong with like the fitness industry and like unattainable goals. Did you
Yeah.
when you like began lifting, did you kind of think that the results would come a lot quicker than they did, or that you'd instantly have the physique that you wanted?
I knew I wouldn't. I knew I'd have to work for it, which honestly kept me going to the gym. But I would set little goals. Like, it sounds so dumb, but I'd be like, I had a shirt that like didn't fit right. I'd be like, by this time, I want to fit in this shirt again, like comfortably. And honestly, like once you put that shirt on again, like it feels so good. But I would see like little results, like over like a month, I started seeing results, and it's just like so cool
Yeah.
how you can change what you want to change about your body.
Yeah, for me, I remember I had this friend who's like pretty into big into fitness too, and I was just like talking about how I wanted to fill out all my shirts, and he's like, "Oh, those are called goal shirts. Like the ones that you really want to fill out are the ones that you want to fit right."
Yeah,
And it's a really like
yeah,
healthy way to like set goals for yourself, and to, like really like not small, like moderate sized jumps that are still healthy and still
yeah.
attainable.
And it can go either way. You can like either want to fill out the shirt, but like at first I was like, I want to fit comfortably in like my old smaller shirts. And then I did. And now that I fit in them, like I want to see more like muscle growth and like just toning, but more muscle growing and
Yeah,
stuff, you know? So it's cool that people can have different goals, but like still fit the same idea.
yeah, for sure. And like fitness is such like a really like inclusive thing. There's so many different ways you can like achieve your goals, And generally,
Mhm.
like, all the communities are like super like helpful for you too. People think they're gonna go to
Yeah.
a gym and everyone who's like above them is gonna look down on them and like mock them their whole way. But like if you walk up to the biggest guy in the gym and like ask him for some tips, he'd probably be delighted to like give you them
Oh
and
yeah,
like
he'd probably talk your ear off and help you
and
out.
he'd like love it the whole time too. And
Yeah.
people think that like the second you have muscle, you think that you're better than someone, but it's really the opposite way around. You want to help other people like be like you and like achieve the level of happiness and work on yourself like
Yeah.
you work like and help them work on themselves too. And it just became this
Mhm.
really cool community. And like when you join a gym, that's motivation for me too. Like just seeing people
Oh
around
yeah,
me.
like just the atmosphere is so good. Like going to the gym, like the first week I started going alone, I was like, "Oh my gosh, like everyone's looking at me." But it's like no, if they are looking at you, it's natural. Humans look at other
Yeah.
humans. But like it feels so good like after the 2 weeks when you get over like the everyone's looking at me, like you're just in your zone and then you can meet new people and get tips from other people and it's so nice.
Do you train with a training partner?
Sometimes I do, but honestly, I prefer working out alone most of the time.
Mhm.
I feel like when I'm alone, I can get in my zone and push myself harder, but also like it's really nice to have a partner if I'm lifting like heavier weights one day and I'm on spa or
Yeah.
something, but it all depends on like the workout or how I'm feeling.
What does a typical training week look for you regarding workouts and like rest days?
So basically, I try to focus. I have like my two larger muscle groups, so like upper body and lower body. So I kind of do upper body and low upper body one day, and then the next day I'll do lower body. So Monday I'll narrow it down to like biceps and back, and then the next day I'll do like just strictly glutes, and the next day I'll do like triceps and shoulders, and then I'll go to like hamstrings and quads and calves, and then kind of keep rotating it through that.
Yeah.
Like I don't have a specific set thing because I like to enjoy doing what I'm doing at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm really not feeling a leg day, I'm not going to go force myself to do it.
No, for sure. How much do you really account rest into your training? Do you allow yourself like recovery times?
I do. I do. I usually do one rest day a week, but I really, if I am doing a rest day, I'm honestly still doing something like yoga because I feel like I want to do
Sort
something.
of like an active recovery day.
Yes, exactly. But if I really feel the need for a rest day, I completely will. Because like during gymnastics season or soccer season, I usually have one game a week. So that game is like my rest day.
Yeah. If you could only do one exercise for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one actually. Probably squats. I love squatting. I just feel so strong when I do
It's
squats.
just such a solid exercise. Like you
It
hit so
is.
many muscles when you squat.
And you engage your core so much, and I love
And
that.
it just like it tired like the fact that it tires you out and exhausts you. That
Oh
other
yeah, like you feel your heart rate bumping,
Yeah.
like pumping after that.
It almost becomes like it's an exercise that like really stresses you and it feels good like because you know that you're struggling and that you know that like it's gonna pay off later on. Like it's just hard.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
kind of nice just to revel in that muscle soreness a little bit. That like it's like stumbling after like you're done
It like
squatting.
feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you-
What would you pick?
I would have to say probably squats too. Just like it hits so many
Yeah.
muscles. Squats
It does.
or squats or deadlifts. Very kind of like similar muscles, similar muscle groups, but yeah.
Those are my favorite for sure.
It's really hard to limit yourself to one exercise, but those are probably the best
Oh
ones.
yeah. Yeah.
What supplements do you take?
I just take pre-workout and protein. I keep it pretty simple. I try not to take a lot of pre-workout. Like I find myself taking it before mostly every workout, but I can still work out without it, which is good. And then protein I add in kind of wherever I can in my diet, and I also take just a scoop of it after my workout with water.
What pre-workout brands do you take?
Pre-workout, I take Alani Nu, and then what is it? Gold Standard something?
Maybe I have no clue. I've never heard of that, but I've heard of the first one.
Oh, it's Olympic Nutrition.
Okay.
That one's good too.
If you had to choose
Yeah.
between Bang and Rain, which one would you pick?
Oof, that's hard. Honestly, probably Bang because I like almost all of their
Yep.
flavors. Like peach mango, that's my all-time favorite. Star Blast, and purple guava pear. So good.
What do you think about sour apple?
I've never tried that one.
It's actually, that was the first one I had, and it was, I just like sour foods, I guess. Sour gummies, sour candies, but yes, sour apple's probably my favorite if I had to pick. But all of them are good, like you said. It's hard to like find like a bang that doesn't really taste that good because they all taste good.
Mm-hmm. And they're all 0 calories. Like, I'm sure they're filled with like fake stuff, but I mean, I'm just looking at the calories.
If you're trying to lose weight and you have a sugar addiction and you can't get off of it without like really suffering,
and like caffeine addiction, that's the way to go.
Yeah, for sure. What were some of the daily habits that really helped you along your journey?
Honestly, drinking a lot more water helps tremendously. Like, obviously that's a staple thing. Like, everyone says drink your water, but it helps less with like headaches and just like overall feeling better.
Yeah.
Like, so many people just don't drink water, which I get. It's hard. Water's boring. And then just like thinking about my meals before I eat them and like knowing exactly what's going in my body.
No, for sure. Do you track before?
Also, just like a positive mindset every day helps.
Do you track your calories before you eat or after you eat your meals?
After I eat my meals.
That's probably the best way to do it.
Because I want to enjoy it, and then I'm like, all right, now I can go track it.
Yeah, it is really nice. And it feels sad. Like, honestly, people, they feel like they really just like tracking their calories, but it's honestly kind of satisfying because you know that you're dialed into your training and your nutrition and that you are like going to work towards your goals and that like external factors aren't going to affect you because you have all those different things locked down and really tuned in.
Yeah. And calorie tracking isn't just to lose weight. Like, so many people use it to gain weight too, or just stay like steady where they are with their weight. And it just can help anyone. And
it really helps them too. It almost motivates you as well to like hit that number and like to see that you're making progress with tracking your calories. It really kind of like helps like tune in that mindset of like the hard work and keeps you on like the good path to your goals without like
because you can hit the gym all you want, but if you don't change your diet, if you're still eating fast food every day and like eating mostly junk, like you're probably not going to see a lot of changes.
Yeah, and people like track their calories and they say like, oh, I can't gain weight, but like when you really like put down like what they're eating, it's really like they might like binge for one of their meals in the day, but that's probably their only meal, and then you look at like their total calories and they're still in a deficit. Anyone can gain weight if they truly track their calories right and if they eat right. It doesn't take you don't have this unless you are like one of like a million people who do have like a metabolism disorder. Anyone can gain weight if they try. Like it's really or lose weight too.
Yeah, I agree.
Like when you truly lay out like how much you're eating, you might not think it's a ton, but it might actually be a lot of calories, super calorically dense foods. Like people see like, oh, I'm gonna eat this trail mix. The trail mix you're eating on your 2-mile hike is more calories than you're gonna burn on your 2-mile hike.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's crazy to think like how many calories you burn during a workout is like, depending how hard you work, is like one meal. Like people don't realize how much calories are in your meals or something.
For sure. And like especially with like snacking too. It's like, yeah, you can eat all the you can hit all your macros, you can eat all these healthy meals, but then like when you like start putting snacking in, it really adds up. You think, oh, I'll just have some.
It's so much.
You look at like, oh, I'm just gonna have a little bit of this, a little bit of this, but when you really like look at it down on paper, it's like that's like practically like a meal and a half right there.
Like a whole meal, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What's your favorite type of cardio when it comes to losing weight?
I'm not much of a cardio fan anymore. I love feeling strong and lifting weights, but when I do have to do cardio, I enjoy running outside a lot. The treadmill is annoying because I just look at the time the whole time I'm walking or running on it. So running outside is super nice. I love running outside. And then the stair stepper is my go-to cardio.
Did you enjoy swim? Like using that for cardio?
I enjoyed swim for a while, but I did it for so long. It got to a point where it was just like the same thing every day. Like I love change and it just wasn't changing for me.
You're staring at this black line for 3 straight hours.
Yeah. Yep. In the water, like forcing yourself not to breathe. It's tough.
It's a great exercise, but like how like being able to like enjoy it is also a huge thing too.
Oh yeah.
And like when you're able to enjoy your training, you love hitting the gym. Like it doesn't become a chore anymore.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure like for you said earlier that it becomes a part of your day and it's hard not to lift anymore. Like something
Oh
feels
yeah,
off.
it's just a part of my day. Like it's my schedule. Like I look forward to when I'm hitting the gym. And like most people feel like a chore at first. Like I did too. I felt like it was a chore. Like I have to go. And now I'm like, oh, like I'm so excited to go. Like when do I get to go today?
Yeah.
Like trying to plan it around my
Your
schedule.
whole day almost builds up to like you hitting the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I'd be sitting through my classes towards the end of it was like my junior year when I was like super into fitness, and I'd be like like impatiently like tapping my feet, just like all jittery, just waiting to be able to hit my workout at the end of the day. And it's
Yeah.
like almost the best feeling, like being able to get in the weight room and just like unload all of your stress and all of your problems.
It's so good.
It's like
And you just get to like time to clear your mind
yeah.
and think a little bit too.
I saw this one picture. It was just like when you're happy, hit the gym. When you're upset, hit the gym. When you're sad, hit the gym. It's literally the solution to pretty much all of your problems.
Literally it helps. Like I feel myself getting sad or something, I'm like, go to the gym.
Yeah.
Feel myself getting mad, I'm like, go to the gym.
It truly is like a one thing fits all for like being happy.
Mm-hmm.
What are your favorite people to watch that like really motivate you? Like what for motivation and for like information? Who do you watch?
I really love Whitney Simmons. Like she's the main person I watch. She's one of the ambassadors for Gymshark. She's just so positive and has like the best mindset ever. And she just gives really good advice. And like her workouts are very form based. And I love focusing on form rather than trying to like lift a super heavy weight with crappy form.
Yeah. Also, another thing for people watching, don't ego lift. Ego lifting is like the worst thing you can do. You're not going to get a real workout out of ego lifting, and you're probably going to get injured. So don't do that.
Yeah.
Good form over
lift
everything.
Weights you can lift. Yes. Lift weights you can lift with beautiful form.
And being able to feel the muscle contraction too, it's such a huge thing. Like it's satisfying to like feel the burn and to feel like how tight your muscles are after an exercise. And you wouldn't feel that when you're throwing the weight up with bad form.
Yeah.
It becomes when you really start focusing on like the technical part of your workout, like working out for yourself to like make results, not to like look big to other people, but for yourself.
Yeah.
It really becomes like it becomes a really positive journey because you're working out for like self-improvement compared to other people's opinions on yourself.
Yeah, I agree. Like I'd so much rather see like a guy go up to the dumbbells and grab a weight that's lighter, like for a guy, I guess, but I'm not judging the weight, and like be able to do perfect form and like enough reps rather than going to pick up a heavy weight and just lug it around.
Oh, for sure.
Like it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. What are your future plans after high school?
Oh man. Well, I love being surrounded by like athletes and people who just like work so hard. So I really see myself as an athletic trainer for like a college maybe, or like physical therapy. I love physical therapy and I want to help others like recover from injuries and get back to like the athletic level they were at before an injury.
Do you see yourself continuing with sports that you're currently like taking part in it now after high school, even if it's like more recreational?
Yeah, I really want to play college soccer. Like I feel like I've really come a long way with my soccer career, and who knows what's happening right now because of the virus. Hopefully it chills out soon and my soccer season isn't gone away. But I love soccer so much and I would love to compete at a collegiate level.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
What's your favorite like meal for like gaining weight? Because a lot of people like they struggle with losing weight, but a lot of people also struggle with like gaining muscle and be able to hit like enough calories to be, and like in a healthy way too, to be able to gain muscle. What's your favorite like bulking food?
Well, when I was a swimmer, we would have huge team dinners because it was so important to eat like a lot of food before like competing like at a swim meet or something. So I don't really eat super like gaining weight based meals, but like I love a good old chicken Alfredo. Lots of carbs, high protein, so good.
It's really also like that's another part of training too. When you are training super hard, you are able to eat a lot more food as well. So it really works hand in hand. You're able to lift more while achieving like the standards of like body composition that you want, but you're also able to eat what you want too, as long as it's more on the healthier side of things. But yeah, it just becomes like a really like self-fulfilling journey.
Oh yeah, it does for sure.
If you had one tip for people who want to get fit, what would it be?
Oh man, one tip. I have so many.
Yeah, I know.
My one tip would be do whatever makes you happy, because people are always going to judge you. So you need to do whatever makes you happy. If that's eating a better better meals, or one meal that's better throughout the day, or eliminating like soda, or limiting yourself to something, or even just going to the gym, or literally just doing anything that makes you happy, you should do it, because honestly, it's not selfish to be happy. Like, do whatever makes you happy.
I totally agree with that. I just want to thank
Yeah.
you for being on this for the first podcast of Primal Life. I really.
Yes, of
Where can they
course.
find you on social media?
You can follow me on Instagram at _Gwen_21.
All right. Thank you for being on again. We'll see you later.
All right. Thank you. See ya.